next week. So tonight, I'm going to introduce you to author number one, Miss Karen Stampley. So Karen, come on up. Hello, ma'am.
I love that music. You know, being a NOLA girl, I was about to get my umbrella.
Yes. First of all, you are a NOLA girl, and you are about to be a part of the 10th annual Black History Month Literary Weekend. And this is going to be your first time being a part of it, but you are not a stranger to me, and you are not a stranger to Meet the World Image Solutions.
Not at all. And I am so excited to join you. And that music just, that's a vibe. I love it. I don't know what it was before, but that's a winner. I love it.
Thank you. Well, I want to thank you for being a part of, first of all, being a part of the Horizons Author Lounge tonight. And thank you for being a part of the Black History Month Literary Weekend. And congratulations, because I think when I first met you, you were a first-time author, and now you have 4 books.
No, listen, when I first met you, I was talking about being an author.
You're right.
Books. Yes, I was talking about it. I said, I'm
That
going to
is
do it one
awesome.
day. Yes. So now I have 4. Yes. So
You've been doing your thing. Now talk to me about the books that you have out right now.
Well, I am a belief therapist and a mindset makeover coach, and God has walked me through this journey. So, this book, The 5 Steps of Faith, The Ultimate Mindset Makeover, and I just released a companion journal.
Okay.
Because in the book, there are questions after each chapter. And so I wanted to do a journal with some prompts and things in there to guide you because it is so important. This is part of my story and not just myself. I was a counselor. I've counseled people for over 30 years. And
Yes.
the things that happen with me, like the Bible said, there's nothing new under the sun. So I saw so many people dealing with the same thing. And the 5 steps of faith is about faith. You know, it showed me that a lot of people think faith is just to believe, but you could
Yeah.
believe all day long and twice on Sundays, but faith is putting action to what you're believing, standing on, you know, and being consistent in that
Yes.
and aligning it with the word of God, not just believing it. So God walked me through. This started in my 20s.
Okay.
I am seasoned now, but it started in my 20s. And listen, it's a process. We never arrive in faith. We just go from
Mhm.
level to level. So this is evergreen.
I
But the
love how
next
you
book,
say you're seasoned.
yes, I am seasoned. I don't mind telling my age, but I just wanted to know this started over 40 years ago because I'm 65 and a half, and I'm proud of it. I'm grateful to God to be 65 and a half. But it started
That's
in my 20s. And yeah, and it is a journey, and it tells my story about how I was depressed. I was going through depression. Didn't know it was depression because back then people didn't talk about it, especially people of color. You know,
yes.
didn't talk about depression or getting help for it. And so God walked me through what mine was from. And a lot of people do the same. I saw the cup half empty rather than half full. And so it was
Yes.
a mindset, it was a perspective. And so this book walked me through that. And in the midst of writing the 5 steps of faith, mental ascent, the great imposter, that came up. I kept saying my faith is failing. I couldn't understand. I was a licensed minister in church. And I have to keep it real. I didn't want to be hypocritical. You know, I didn't want to fake it. I didn't want to act like things were okay and God knew the truth. So I had to be real. I didn't understand it. Went to church one day and he said, it's not your faith that is failing you, it is mental assent. And
Now,
that
what's
is a
mental assent?
mental assent looks like faith. That's why it's called the great imposter. It is a saboteur of faith. Mental assent is, you know how the Bible say faith without works is dead.
Right.
Faith without works is mental assent. It's to believe that God can in your head to know what his word says, but not put feet to your faith. You don't step out and do something. And so then you get frustrated because you're thinking, I go to church every Sunday. I'm on the
Mm.
usher board. I'm in the choir. I'm doing all of these things. I'm at every service. I'm serving, I'm helping the homeless. I'm helping
Right.
all of that. And why am I not seeing how many people? I know lots of
And
people who
some
go to
people
church.
think their work in the church is
Yes,
enough
right,
because they go to church and
right.
they work in the church, that should be enough, that everything should be going well for me because I'm doing the work in the church. But
Yes.
they're not doing the work in themselves.
Right. And that's what it is. The transformation. They're doing reformation, and not
Mm.
transformation. And then they get frustrated and it's not taught. I mean, how many times you just asked, how many times you heard people talk about mental assent? It
Right.
is a saboteur. It looks, you can say all the scriptures, you can have the look, you can work in church. I mean, there are pastors, and I'm not judging anybody. I'm just sharing the revelation God gave me because I was walking in it and I was a leader in church. And a minister came and she said, God said somebody is saying their faith is not working. She said, that's because you're in mental assent. And the light bulb went off. I'm like, oh my God, that she explained what it is, and that is to believe in your head, but not in your heart. And faith, that is where we believe in our heart and not the organ, the heart. That's our connection with God, our
Right.
spiritual heart. And
So
so that's, yeah,
now you're bringing all of these books to New Orleans for the Black History Month Literary Weekend.
I am. Yes, I am. Yes. And I had one more,
Oh,
Healing from the
we didn't
Heart.
even
Now,
talk about the fourth book.
this is a women's anthology book. So
Okay.
I'm one of 10 authors in there, but the assignment was to talk about a time where you survived some type of abuse. And my story is the moment I chose me. And the abuse I survived was self-abandonment.
Wow.
Yes, self-abandonment. So, and this has been so therapeutic and so enlightening and so empowering. So, all of these started with me first. Even though over decades I've been able to help other people, I don't stand outside of the work because I can tell you without a doubt, God has done it in me. He started with me.
Wow. So you have how long did it take you to write these books? Because I did not realize, and you are absolutely right, that when we first met each other, you were thinking about writing.
And
I mean,
listen,
how
I was
many years
resisting.
has
I was resisting writing because people were like, you should put that in a book. I was repeating myself though for so many years in counseling. And so that is why I said, okay, I'm going to do this. I know because this gives me a further reach.
Yes.
I can reach people that me in person will not reach. I would never be able to reach. This can go across the world. And so
Yes.
that's why I put it in the book because I saw so many people affected by this same thing. It's not just me. And so, yes, he gave me 5 steps for faith, and this will help you across the board, no matter what you're facing. These 5 steps of faith, if you walk it out, and of course, it aligns with truth. And whenever I say truth, I mean the word of God, the truth that can stand throughout anything, that's unmovable, unchangeable. That is truth.
Well, y'all heard it here. If you were in the New Orleans area, and I know you're in the New Orleans area because I am going to be boosting this video in the New Orleans area and the surrounding areas. So I know that if you're watching this video, you are most likely in New Orleans. So I need you all to go to my website, www.mtwimagesolutions.com, go to the Black History Month Literary Weekend tab, and get the information for the Black History Month Literary Weekend. Click the link, and I want you to. Oh, the website is in the chat right now, and it's about to be on the screen. I want you to go to the Black History Month Literary Weekend tab, get the information, and I want you to purchase your ticket for the comedy show, the Black History Month comedy show. And I want you to also purchase your ticket for the brunch, or you can get the all access ticket and come to all of the events, because we're also going to have a writer's workshop so you can meet Miss Karen in person and get a signed copy of her book, because she will be signing her books all weekend. Because I think you might need to meet this lady, and she can talk about how she went from just a concept to a four-time published author. And some of the books are an anthology, some are workbooks, and some are full-fledged books. So you don't have to author just one type of way. You can author all kinds of ways. Look, the full link is right here on the screen. So, and right in the chat. So we're just making it easy for you all the way around. So go ahead, click the link, get your tickets for the Black History Month Literary Weekend. We need you there. Isn't that right, Miss Karen?
That's right. We want to meet you there. And you're going to have
Yes,
a ball in New Orleans.
absolutely. And this is our hometowns. We don't live in New Orleans right now, but our hearts do live in New Orleans.
Always. And it'll be great to be home. And what an occasion.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I know you have some things that you have to do, Karen, but I want to thank you for taking some time to talk with me. Show us your books one more time, please.
The 5 Steps of Faith, The Ultimate Mindset Makeover, and the companion journal, Mental Ascent, The Great Imposter. It is a saboteur of faith. And Healing from the Heart. My story is in there. And one last thing, Rhonda, I'm going to have some workshop sessions coming up about mindfulness, where I give 90-minute sessions to teach people the importance of what they believe and how it's creating, the things in their life. It's creating what you see in your life. If you don't like what you see, you got to change your beliefs.